Hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of Prime News, and today SES Software released a very interesting feature coming in the 1.44 update for both American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, and that feature is adjustable suspension height. As always, the blog post will be linked down in the description below. That's where I got the few screenshots and GIFs that you're seeing on screen, and of course the information I'll be sharing. First off, I should add that this mechanic is definitely more of a realism or simulation mechanic that is being added to the game. It is of course completely optional, so you'll see it on screen. I'll try and put it on the screen now. In the key bindings, you can choose to control either the front or rear suspension height, and if you leave those blank or of course not assigned, you won't notice the difference to what currently ATS and ETS2 is like. The reason for this addition is actually quite interesting. In the blog post, SES Software states the reason they're adding this adjustable suspension height to the games, not to mention the realism aspect, is simply down to the extremely detailed reference materials that SES Software has been receiving from various companies, whether it's for trailers, trucks, and chassis. Up to this point, SES Software has had to adapt the trucks and trailers slightly from what, of course, the reference materials are to make sure that there's no visual glitches and stuff like that when you use a truck or trailer or chassis combo that may not perfectly match up if you were to do it in real life. Hence the decision to bring in adjustable suspension. That way all new additions, whether it's trucks, trailers, and chassis, like I mentioned, can use the occasional CAD files that they receive directly from the manufacturers or simply the extremely detailed references. I must admit that this is definitely not a feature I was expecting, but I am actually very excited to give it a try. And honestly, moving forward, it'll be interesting to see how much I use it, and for the same, I guess, for you guys. Of course, if you go for a very realistic gameplay experience, you'll probably use it all the time, but then some of you may not always use it, and that is perfectly fine as well. Personally, I think only time will tell for how much I end up using it, especially for videos, but I'd like to think that I'll use it quite a bit, and I'm very excited to do so. So I just want to let you guys know that there had been another blog post on the 1.44 update coming for both ATS and ETS2. Once again, the adjustable suspension height feature is definitely one that I was not expecting, but I think it will add a lot to the game, especially when it comes to the simulation aspect. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.